with us right now. Yuri, let's get your take on all of this. How do we fix the financial system? There's the talk of too much regulation, or should we be bringing about new regulation when, in some cases, the ones on the table aren't being enforced?
Well, I think it's okay to bring in regulation now that protects the consumer to a certain degree. But just like the senator said, we don't need a huge new regulatory body that's going to hinder the financial system, which is extremely weak at this moment. It's the wrong time to be bringing in regulation that's going to be hurting banks. We have the FDIC expecting somewhere around 1,200 banks will be failing between now and 2012. That's just their estimate. And banks are, they're really hurting now. Credit card debt is going, is in default. You have home mortgages underwater, people going into default on their mortgages, and now commercial loans as well. So commercial loans for real estate. So it's a really bad time to be trying to regulate the financial industry. But if you're going to do anything, let's focus on consumer protectionism and instead of trying to figure out what we need to do from a derivative standpoint.
But for the time being, Matt, it does look like Representative Corker is going to work towards a bill getting done. In your opinion, should it get done?
Not in the light that he's trying to push it through now. But Corker made some good comments yesterday. I was just looking through. He basically came out and said the private sector needs to be our engine for job creation. So I think he has the right attitude here that the government is not in the business of creating long-term sustainable jobs. He realizes that. So hopefully they take these billions of dollars, 15 to 85, wherever it falls in there, and put it towards helping the private sector create jobs. Because the government, they can build a runway for an airport. When that's done, what happens? Where the workers go? It's not sustainable. And the only way to get out of this, unemployment rate near 10% is to have innovation. And we talked about the innovation with Sweden or wherever, Scandinavia, somewhere there. So, when it comes to innovation, the only way for us to do that in America is put money in the private sector.
Well, and do you agree with that, Yuri?
I do agree with that. And just to add to that, I mean, Wall Street is still the backbone of this country's economy in the sense that it provides a liquidity, for companies to grow. Large companies, and it also trickles down to small businesses, which really we need to, that's where we're going to see the growth. And if we start regulating the financial system today and we hinder the financial system's ability to get credit out there to businesses, large and small, we're going to see a decline in the competitiveness of our financial system. And don't forget, it's still a competitive world out there. We have London and Hong Kong and other financial sectors which are vying for the world's finance business. And we want to make sure that Wall Street stays strong so that our companies can get access to capital and so that our country can continue to improve. And most importantly, get finance to the small businesses, because that's where we're going to see growth through innovation, like your guest said.
All right, Yuri and Matt, obviously it's a debatable topic and lots of opinions on that and what should be done or what will actually happen. So we'll continue to watch that for you. Thanks for joining us on that. The future of the Senate's jobs bill is looking questionable after being shunned by the top Democrat just hours after a bipartisan group of Democrats and Republican senators unveiled